The AFL Western Division was enfranchised in 1960. The Dallas Texans, Denver Broncos, Los Angeles Chargers, and Oakland Raiders. After the 1962 and 63 season, Los Angeles moved to San Diego to become the San Diego Chargers. Dallas also moved to Kansas City and became known as the Chiefs. Throughout the 70s, teams were enfranchised in the division, but then moved to another division. For example, the Cincinnati Bengals became a franchise, but then after the AFL and NFL merger, they moved to the AFC Central. The same goes for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Seattle Seahawks came in the AFC West in 1977 from the NFC West. The Seahawks were in the division for 24 years, but the league forced them back into the NFC West in 2001 to balance the rest of the divisions in the league. Raiders owner Al Davis wanted the team to move to Los Angeles. The NFL denied his request to build a stadium. Davis took the problem to the courts. He won the battle in the courts and had the franchise in Los Angeles for the next 13 seasons. The Raiders were back in Oakland in 2001. The AFC West was the first NFL division to have all four teams win the division in each of its 4 years. The Oakland Raiders won it in 2002, Kansas City won it in 2003, San Diego took it in 2004, and Denver won it in 2005. When you win a division, you are automatically in the playoffs. The first round is the AFC wild card, the second is the divisional playoffs, then comes the conference championship. Back in the 1960s, the division wasn't necessarily hard to win. In the first 6 years, the Chargers won the division championship 5 times. From 1966 to 1976, it was a battle between Kansas City and Oakland. Ultimately, in those 11 seasons, Oakland became the dominant team, clinching the division 9 times. After Denver winning the division 2 straight years, San Diego became the team to beat. Not only did they win it, but also contended in the AFC Divisional Playoffs and AFC Championship for the next 3 years. Unfortunately, they did not contend for the Lombardi Trophy in 1981. The Raiders and Broncos did become Super Bowl teams starting in the year of 1983. Right when Oakland moved to Los Angeles, they went all the way to the Super Bowl and defeated the Washington Redskins 38-9. Interestingly enough, the Raiders did not return as the champions. In 1986 and 87, the Broncos took a trip to the Super Bowl 21 and Super Bowl 22. Denver lost the game 39-20 to the New York Giants. In Super Bowl 22, they lost horribly to the Washington Redskins by a score of 42-10. After a hangover year of dreadful Super Bowl losses, they returned to the big stage once again. In Super Bowl 24, Denver was defeated 55-10 by the San Francisco 49ers. For the next 4 seasons, all 4 teams were participating either in the divisional playoffs or in the championship. None of them won a single game. In 1994, San Diego won the championship but lost Super Bowl 29 to the 49ers 49-26. From 1995 to 97, the Chiefs won 13 games in 2 of the 3 seasons, but lost in the divisional round. Denver was the other team that also lost in the round and also won 13 games. In the AFC West, there has been many historic games throughout the years. In 1979, the San Diego Chargers played the Raiders. With seconds left at San Diego, Raiders quarterback Ken Stabler dropped back to pass from the 14-yard line. Stabler got hit hard. The Snake hurled the ball forward. As the ball rolled loose, Raiders running back Pete Bonasock swatted it towards the end zone. Tight end Dave Casper continued the ball's forward motion with a kick at the 5-yard line and fell on it in the end zone for a touchdown as the clock ran out. Mark Bright's decision to uphold the play was absolutely correct by the rules in place at that time. However, during the offseason, the league added a provision to the rule book about fumbles after the 2-minute warning that allows only the player who fumbled the ball to advance it. As such, the rule change implemented will forever prevent the Holy Roller from ever happening again. With the historic games comes players. The players who played in the division were even some of the best in the league. Shannon Sharpe, a Hall of Famer, played for the Broncos for 13 seasons. He amassed over 10,000 receiving yards and was selected to 8 Pro Bowls. Another player was even a better tight end. In fact, he holds the most touchdowns by a tight end in NFL history. His name is Tony Gonzalez. He has been selected to 10 Pro Bowls and continues to be selected to this day. He played for the Chiefs for 11 seasons, one of the greatest quarterbacks played for Denver in his entire career. His name is John Elway. Coaches who coached in the AFC West have statistically put up great numbers. Coaches such as John Madden, who is the winningest coach in NFL history, won 103 games and only 32 losses, and also won a Super Bowl with the Oakland Raiders. Mike Shanahan coached the Broncos from 1995 to 2008 and had a record of 138 wins and 86 losses. He also won 2 Super Bowls. The most memorable would probably be Marty Schottenheimer. He coached the Chiefs for 10 seasons and the Chargers for 5 seasons. He put a combined record of 148 wins and only 91 losses. Unfortunately, he only won 3 of the 12 playoff games he coached in and never appeared in a Super Bowl. There has been much history to be said in the AFC West back all the way from the 60s. There's only so much to be shared, told, and created. Now you know the great history of this great division.